Welcome along down to HOSS for the February playoffs down here. Mitch Hamilton sitting beside me, and at the moment Tier 2 out on the track, just the 6 drivers there tonight. Paul Hammond, Michael Pateman, Tim Horn, Scotty Kinder, Mark Lister, and the HOSS boss Hamish Brader there, just out having about a 3-minute qualifying. And Mitch, what did you just make of that last race, mate? We had the Tier 3 race just previous. And very hard on the right front, I felt.
yes. About mid-race, you're on a only what was race or 8-minute race. It was halfway through, didn't just kind of support in with right front, 3 men away the rest of the
Sydney Motorsport Park tonight. Just a couple of laps for qualifying. Quite a long lap, around about the 1 minute sort of 30ish. Been a few guys just down the high 29s.
Real shot at it.
Tim Horn, the man on screen there, car number 31. He'll be on his hot lap right now, so we'll keep an eye on him and see how he goes.
Midway through this lap, you probably got the temp in the buzz and of the first half. And track limit. There isn't any track limits. You do run to the side of a curb, you do lag them up quite easily.
Right, and in some corners I've found that if you stuck a wheel over on the inside of the curb, it can help you rotate the car around the corner a little bit.
Yeah, especially towards the when the tyres went off.
The tyres are getting a bit rooted. There's the Super on screen there, Hamish Brader. Boss gone purple in the first sector. Pretty much the one lap here. Supras look pretty smart, don't they?
Yeah.
Quite like the front splitters on them.
So you'll perform the same as the rest of them, so
none of them are better than the best. Got equal machinery down here at HOSS. Pateman there. Top 3, I'd imagine.
Runs it wide through that corner, just didn't get it turned in nice enough.
Armoural entry tonight, Michael Pateman. Go back to Tim Horn, he shouldn't be far off getting the first time. Hamish Brader goes through a 1 minute 30.8. Tim a 32.4. Scotty Kinder up the second, 132.1. Paul Hammond 32.6. Still left to go. Here comes Pateman. Peter goes through. Pateman at the end stays 6th. Struggled to get a decent lap in there, so Brader off the front row with Scotty Kinder, Tim Horn, Mark Lister on the second row, then it's Hammond and Pateman off the back for a 10-minute race. The Tier 2 drivers.
Back to cold tyres again. Cold tyres, cold brakes. So.
Very, very careful on the first lap, don't you? Especially down in that first corner. Here we go, the lights are out.
Runs away nicely.
Start from Brader off the front row. So to Kinder, slow start from him. Now Tim Horn to sneak up the inside in the car number 31. He goes wide, Scotty Kinder still that third place though as he hit down that braking zone. And a lot of understeer going on through here first up. Everybody gets through the corner quite nicely.
Still pointing the same way, so we're going well.
Tim Horn just had a bit of trouble getting the power down there, coming out of the corner. Lane's in that second position.
Look up the inside.
Kinder in the cool drive up the inside. Bit of a touch to the left rear guard from Tim Horn. But looks like he's got the pass done. Scotty Kinder. Head up over the brow of the hill. Coming back up the inside of them though as they come down to the left-hander. A bit of runoff though on the pedals that is, and that's Tim Horn having a big lose, and around he goes. Probably come across the track, take someone else out. Who was that? Michael Pateman.
Just the innocent victim there of just trying to get through.
And he was. That's what you also got to keep an eye out for. It's all keeping your own nose clean, but going on around you. Someone get into us, see out wide there. Mark Lister.
Use a lot of the track through there and try and tuck it back to the apex of the corner to get a good run down the straight.
But it's probably the most important. Keep your speed up through there, isn't it? Coming on long back straight.
Not really much of a break into turn one either. It's kind of just a stab on the brake, down a gear, and just try and get the car turned in. If it doesn't turn in, then you're in for a wheel.
You're in the shit. You're out of the grass and in the pity litter. I had that at 5 laps in a row. Front start. Kinder in trouble again. Hammond goes up the inside in the Castro entry, up to third. Raider out in front by 4 seconds. Mark Lister.
Down the speed in the Toyota, the only Toyota in the field at the moment.
Oh, who was that giving him a big whack? That got Kinder, Paul Hammond a bit of a whack. Luckily he kept it in a straight line.
Just politely telling him how fast he can go through that corner. Quite a hard wee corner this one too. It's quite flowing, and then you get to this corner, it's quite down to second gear, and quite a sharp
drop off over the rear here. This is a bit of understeer, but yeah, there for it. Too bad. Yeah, pretty much a hairpin, I guess.
This will be the interesting corner if you have some cars close together to see if someone would try and make a move. I don't think it would really happen through this complex of corners, but
run off through there. Start of the left-hander coming up. Car right over there. Without getting any sort of penalty. Bill Brader out in front by just over 4 seconds to Mark Lister. On board with Paul Hammond. Up in front. Evelyn. Back of the pack now. And that's all you need to do, just make that one mistake. You're at the back. Nearly laps anyway. Keep an eye on.
Mark runs a bit wide there.
And they're all over the back of full drive entry.
Very respectful on track, guys. I was well over that that ribble strip in my race.
Well, that's the thing. You got to do a few laps around here and these things so you know where the limit is, don't you?
Yeah.
Track, I think last year, or they might have. This track is part of the monthly challenges. Simply didn't do it last month. Having too much fun in that mini.
That's going to be the interesting race later. The mini is
quite like the mini.
Interesting track.
It is, isn't it? Very, very busy over there in England. We'll that a wee bit later on. The Mini Cooper S, 6-speed sequential, just as these are. Raider out to about 5 seconds now. Back to Lister. Come under some pressure very shortly from Paul Hammond, who's just tense line. Pateman there.
That was a race there for Michael Pateman.
But he can do with a bit of a brake lock up in the Shell Mustang. There in the place.
Just relieving the pressure on the back of him by locking a wheel and running wide at turn 2.
Downhill run here through the left. Up and over the rise. A little downhill left-hander. Careful of those concrete blocks out there because they'll soon stop you pretty quick. Pestrol Mustang here with the 20 rims on it. Brake lock up there for Hammond. Going hard on the back of Lister. It's the battle for second and third. Front.
5 seconds out in front, so this will be the battle of the race.
Yeah, 4 minutes left to go. Already just missed the apex there. Did Mark Lister. Hammond now. Line him up down the back straight. Right, he gets out of shape himself, and that'll ruin his downhill run.
All that work he did that whole lap is just undone.
Hamish Brader with the fastest lap of the race at 1:29.6. And lost the two there. That Hamish Brader, big under 4. Pateman now with the fastest lap at 26.
Not bad times for this late in the race.
Mark Lister braking himself. Where's Hammond? There he is up the inside. And the 17 comes across at him. Tried to keep him in behind. He's going to lose another spot now. Scotty Kinder goes through up to third. Come back at him though up the inside, but there's no way through there. He'll have damaged tyres on the thing too. A couple of big lock-ups there. Scotty Kinder.
Scott Kinder's shown some good pace to have a few mistakes, fall back, and then come back through the field and still be challenging in this front group.
Who makes the least mistakes at up the pointy end?
Especially this time of the race. This is where the front tyres just don't want to turn. And
see how he's down the first gear through. He can do gear, probably pick fourth by the time he gets up to the braking zone, just around the corner here. Down to third.
Tit-tarn through the brake.
Yeah, running way wide out, not that zone, and trying to get the apex right for the corner here.
And
Sure out wide. Long straight. And Bull with Woody Kinder. Paul Hammond up in front. Dab on the brakes. Dab on the old brakes.
Trying to get it turned in. Paul Hammond was a wee bit wide, but still managed to hold the speed. Couple of different lines through this corner.
Very patient coming up over the crest of there, not to take too much throttle.
Couple of short shifts into up to third.
Up, over. Dab on the brakes, just pointed. Got the pressure on. Oh, he goes up the inside. Starting to look a wee bit out of shape there. Scotty Kinder, but he's trying hard. Hammond, Mark Lister, not too far in the background either in the shell entry.
Just waiting to pick up the pieces once these two find each other.
May happen. Downhill.
Quite different lines they're both taken.
A lot of the curb being taken by Kinder. Drive car. Under a minute left in the race. Various lines through there. Some taking the as much runoff as they can on purpose. Just keep a bit beat up as they position that car in the right spot to come over the crest of the hill and down the long back straight. Raider now out to 5.5 seconds. Looking pretty good for him at the moment.
Bad on a bronze machine either.
Hammond's still hanging on to second from Kinder. He goes having a wee look up the inside. He gets all out of shape, locks it up down in the grass. Here's Mark Lister. He's through. Up to third. Sitting there for the last couple of laps waiting for that to happen.
Might have been alright if he just didn't clip the inner curb right at the end of that braking zone and put two wheels up in the air.
Not all over yet because Kinder looks racy still in the cool drive car.
Keep the tyres on it. What? Still turns in quite well and last lap of the race.
Right.
Look.
Kinder.
Our car runs to fence. Gets a slow exit.
Over the top hill.
A passing opportunity here into this next bit.
Closes the door on him though.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, they both run wide.
Lets him through, but Kinder's up to 30. No, he's in the wall. Lister comes back, grabs that third spot back, and he not watch himself. He might spot two. Scott Kinder, Tim Horn, far behind. Here's the race leader.
Catching up.
Going to come down and take the checkered flag. The Hamish Brader in the Supra comes through for the race win. Fourth place. Paul Hammond's going to come down for second. Mark Lister will take third. Scotty Kinder. Tim Horn way back down to Michael Pateman there in place.
Verse it and see how they go.
Pateman off the front with Tim Horn. Scotty Kinder, Mark Lister.
Front row, they just need to try and get away, build a gap before the fast boys come through.
Keep your eyes on Tim Horn here. P2. If the pin comes out of the hand grenade again, Tim, he's alright when he's on fire, but first lap or two. And a good start from the cool drive car. I think that was Scotty Kinder. And look at Brader trying to go through the middle of Hammond and Lister.
Oh, no.
No room through there.
They're going off.
A touch between them guys. Mark Lister out in the weeds. Down into the heavy braking zone the first lap. Both just...
Everyone's running every different line.
They are. Mate, just trying to keep it on the track's the thing. Tim Horn pops out the other side from Scott Kinder. Michael Pateman down to third. P1. The Armour All car there. Paul Hammond all over the back of him. Raiders made up one on Mark Lister. Falling back a wee bit.
He's going to look up the
Let's see if
inside.
he can keep it there. There's a bit of biffo going on a wee bit further back. It's Brader and Paul Hammond it was.
Oh, no readdress, but they're
here we
going
go. There's a bump and run there from...
Oh, he's
Mark
holding him up.
Lister.
Mesh getting the better run out of the corner.
Brader in the Supra. Oh, getting a bit out of shape there, Mark Lister. For the moment in there. Dead out in the weeds again, Scotty Kinder. Well, he's taken that big wide line there. Just manages to keep the outside wheels on the tarmac, does Horn, but he's going to come under some pressure shortly from Scotty Kinder.
Scotty showed the pace in the first race. He just needs to kind of do this pass nicely and then start to try and pull away in the front.
Right.
Not just...
On board with Tim Horn looking back at Kinder. Kinder's going to try and have a dive up the inside, is he?
He
See
left
if
the
he's
door.
got it
I
paid
did it.
off. He's been a wee bit too greedy there. Took the inside curve.
and he gets
now
turned
he's
for his
going
trouble.
round. So it was bound to happen. Dive up the inside, and as soon as he hit the inside ripple strip, he lost full grip with the ground and shot him clean through the corner.
Went well for Tim.
Now finds himself at the back. Looking at pass on the leader. That one mistake, as we were saying, down the back. Oh, you're looking
Too much
to the
curve.
concrete wall there. Was Brader. He found himself in third place.
was-
Pateman up in front of him.
He was setting fastest laps in race 1 too, so he's got the pace. He just trying to work his way through without seeing anyone off.
Through there in second gear, as some of them go through there in first. Up through here. Third. You take much curb there, try and keep as much of the car on the ground as you can.
Struggling to turn it in the old Toyota, just not hitting the apex as he probably wants.
No.
Used a little tyre early.
Tim Horn 2 seconds now over Michael Pateman. Seen Tim being in the lead before out in front. Took himself
Still a long 6 minutes to go.
all on his own. There he is in Mr. Yamami, Rami, whatever it is. Napa Newland number 31. Jaden O'Dasia colours. Look after that right front when you're out there trying to go as fast as you can. Hammond, fourth place. He's got a second and a half to catch up to Brader.
So you looked after their tyres earlier.
Who was that? Brader it was. Had a moment getting the power down, and Hammond goes up to third. Brader down to fourth now. Scotty Kinder's made up one spot, up to fifth. Michael Pateman doing a good job there in second too. No mistakes from him so far. Bill Tim Horn though from 2 seconds. A couple back to Hammond. Brader. Pretty much everyone except Horn and Pateman had a bit of a moment.
Gap slowly coming down for Tim. Michael with fastest lap of the race that time through. Got a long way left to go. 5 minutes is
Long way, isn't it? Yeah, minute 30, you've got another 3 or 4 laps to go, depending on where time falls. At least 3 laps. Paul Hammond there in the Castrol car. There in third. Raider there about 10 car lengths behind. Play off the curbs. Careful though, if you want to stay off the curbs, you don't want to compromise yourself on the exit. Get a couple of wheels out in the grass. So Tim Horn's still the leader. From Pateman.
Now working his way back, trying to catch up to Paul here.
Douglas has managed to get through on Scotty Kinder. He's 10 seconds back, so he's obviously had another big moment there. Got Kinder. Taman. What was their race leader? Was he just out in the grass there a wee bit? I think he lost a bit of time there.
Pulling the tyres down. Oh, and the second place running wide as well.
2.5 seconds is now 1.5 seconds as Pateman's got him in sight there in the Armour car. Tim Horn at 1:29.7. Then same again for Michael Pateman at 29.70. Both sitting around about the same lap times. Just under 2 seconds. 3.5 minutes left to go on the South Canterbury Tyre Centre time sheet. Raider hasn't really made any inroads into Paul Hammond either for that last podium place.
Yeah, between these two, just kind of staying around that 2 second mark.
Yeah, been a nice clean race from Pateman so far. Haven't seen him make any mistakes as yet. The rest of them, playing with Tim Horn, he's pretty tidy so far as well. Under 3 minutes left as they... Oh, he goes wide. Pateman, that's his first mistake. Out braking himself. Managed to keep it out of the wall though. Definitely lost a second or two to Tim Horn.
Late in the race, might be hard to, unless Tim makes a mistake, might be hard to kind of claw that gap back. Got Kinder, who showed quite a bit of pace at the end of the last race. Must be having a bit of an issue, so he's 10 seconds behind.
Yeah, he's probably cooked his right front. Tim Horn does the fastest lap of the race at 29.5, so he goes a couple of tenths faster. Couple of laps left to go. Really not consolidating at this point. Pateman 3.3 behind. Scotty Kinder now fastest lap of the race from 6th place at 1:29.1. Just when you thought that the tyres would be going off towards the end of the race, they actually...
He's clawed back about 3 seconds just in the matter of corners just then too, so might be able to play for in this last lap coming up.
On fire. They would... So still Tim Horn, 1.5 minutes left to go. You probably have this lap plus one more, I'd say. Comes down to the hairpin. Looks pretty tidy still. Takes quite a wide entry in. As he heads back up the hill. There's second and third all in the same shot.
Still 3 seconds. That's where you just want to turn it in nicely. Go to third just to get a nicer run onto the front straight so you don't run it wide. Or
just keeps the wheels on. Got to put a wheelie out in that grass and actually make your day. Come across with 48 seconds left.
The last one.
Be the last lap. Down to the hairpin for Tim Horn. Pretty magic at the moment. Out to just under 3 seconds now over Pateman. Paul Hammond still hanging on to third. Hamish Brader hasn't made any inroads whatsoever there from fourth place.
A big gap win first race to getting stuck in the field in fourth.
Almost waiting for Tim Horn to have a wee spin all on his own here. Being very, very cautious on this last lap. Down to the hairpin for the last time.
Yeah, gets it turned in and back on the throttle.
Pateman 2.5 seconds back still. Is there. Top 3 in the same shot.
Take it nice and easy through here and get it onto the front straight, and it's
looking pretty good for Tim Horn. Come down the front straight. Checkered flag is out for Tim Horn. He's going to take the race win. Great stuff from him. Michael Pateman will come through, take second. And I haven't too far behind either. Yeah. Raider in the Toyota. McLister. Buddy Kinder there, he is. Full drive car.
the race there at the start, but obviously, yeah.
The Tim Horn started 5th. Takes the race win. Congratulations. And that's the Tier 2.
Last 8.
So, what'd you make of that, Mitch? Pretty good?
Yeah, pretty good.
But once you get that first lap or two out of the way, then they start to settle themselves down a wee bit.
It might have been us that we used our front tyres a lot more in those first races, because they seemed to not struggle as much as
right.
that felt like for us. But we'll see how the fast guys do it now.
That's right. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back shortly. Stake this week, Sam Reeford. Sam's featured quite prominently near the top on some of the lead. Done a lot of monthly racing, has he? But
no.
Great to see him here tonight. Andrew Bruce, of course, will be the man to watch.
Season campaigner down here.
He has probably most money down here, I'd say. Down here on Sydney Motorsport.
Get the jobs done early, straight to town.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't tell the wife what jobs they are.
Got to do a couple of hours overtime this afternoon. Yeah, we were late home there. And Morgan Dorr, the old super sub from a couple of seasons back, he's in the season campaigners. Blair Gabbardies, he's been here about the last year, I guess. Hopefully
as they crash into each other in qualifying. Not the good start you want.
Not a good start.
Dark car still stopped at turn 1.
Especially qualifying. 20 to go. We've already got one car sitting there doing nothing. The Billy Rowley making the fast 7. Blair Gabbardies, I was just saying about Blair. Showed signs of glimpses as well.
I think we've got Blair Gabbardies looking around. I think he's got quite a bit of damage from that turn 1 incident.
So we've got Hamish trying to fix Andrew Bruce is steering at the moment. We've got Blair Gabberty's parked up. Minute 30 left. Qualifying. 25 metres of elevation from the lowest point of the track to the highest. So not a lot of elevation there, but lots of wee ups and downs. Blair Gabberty's with a few technical issues at the moment in his car.
And not set a time. Well, definitely time on this one.
Like we might be in a bit of a reset, perhaps.
Nope.
We're going to restart the qualifying. No one had laid down a time.
Of extra practice for them.
Lap or two, isn't it? It all helps.
But this might be... the clock's still ticking. So it might be a bit of a race to the line. Well. Still got 2 minutes, still got heaps of time.
Well, eager to get away, but waiting for a reset. The Andrew Bruce's car. Be pretty close, wasn't it? Andrew Bruce, Billy Rowley, one of the long painters.
Enduro with the fastest lap month. Next to
27.7.
next to no time behind is. This could be quite interesting. No. Setting times by yourself is one. Other.
Start off the back row, and if you have a nice clean race and the guys in front don't, find yourself up in that podium spots. Sydney Motorsport Park. Did race there a couple of 3 weeks ago, didn't they? Had the Melbourne Grand Prix last weekend. There was a bit of carnage going on. See Brock Feeney get one.
Interesting to see how you could see thing in your helmet. Dicky did on afternoon.
Couple of hamburgers too many the night before. Really not an athlete, is he, Jake? Brody Costello. But like Ryan Wood, he wasn't exactly an athlete either, but they have trimmed him down a wee bit.
Definitely worked on.
Seen him at levels a couple of years ago when he ran the Porsche in the Endurance Series. Was a fat back then. He's lost a bit of weight, as you'd expect.
Only job.
Yeah. Righto, so we got qualifying underway. 2 minutes 20 seconds. The lights here at the Sydney Motorsport Park. Looking pretty sharp, isn't it? They have their one and only hot lap. Corbin Winter running the James Courtney Snowy River colours. Now being driven by David Reynolds.
You probably don't really need to be as close to anyone on this because you're only going to really have one hot lap anyway. So
yeah, so just hang back, give yourself a bit of clear air.
Racing to the line's not really worth it.
See, this looks like trouble happening here.
Yeah.
Winter could be backing off, giving himself a bit of room. He doesn't want to go upsetting whoever's in front of him.
I think it might be Billy in front, so he's going to get the draft down the front straight, but all it takes is a bit of a lock up like that.
Yeah, that's Billy Rowley, I think it is, out in the weeds.
But Billy will start from the back.
And of course, he was the one that was the fastest guys. Expect to see him on the front row, but not after that. Winter's plan might have worked, keeping a bit of pressure on him perhaps.
One less person you have to out-qualify when they run off. They're Gabdies now.
Yeah, he's in the Monster Energy Cam Waters car. Andrew Bruce here as well. He's at the back. He's using his head a bit. They come in hot towards the end. Goes there. But don't worry about those times that are up there already. That's the outlet times.
Oh, you'll see Billy drop as they come across the line. He won't be able to set a time.
Andrew Bruce in the Penrite road racing car.
He never set a clean opening lap, so hopefully he'll be able to set one this time through, because this will be the fast one.
Let's see who's going to be best across the line.
I think Gabbity's also
Andrew
may
Bruce.
have a...
Corbin Winter a 131.2. Andrew Bruce a 30.2. Or a 31.3. Gabbity's 37. And Refit 30.6. Second. Nick Rowe didn't see time. Pretty close. First and sixth. Andrew Bruce off the front row with Sam Refit. Corbin Winter, the young fella, starting there off the second row with more Dallas Redhead, Bear Gabbities and Rowley off the back row. Got a bit of work to do there, the big fella. As we wait for the lights to go out. 3 lights, 4 lights, foot flat. And everyone hooks first gear as soon as those lights go out. And everyone heading down towards the corner. There should about be 3 wide there in one spot. Going to be Andrew Bruce and the Penrite car is going to lead them through the first left-hander. And
Good.
Down to the hairpin. This is where trouble's going to happen. Who's that? Dallas Redhead it is.
And
out of shape in the Shell V-Power, getting hooked up with somebody there.
And the motion sim too, so we would have felt that hit into the wall.
Yeah, he'll have a sore back tomorrow, that's for sure. Mind you, he has got an office job, so he probably got a sore back anyway. But it's Corbin Winter leads the way now. Where's Andrew Bruce? Back down to third. So Bruce has obviously had a bit of a moment there. Morgan Dorr in the Liquid Molly car.
Yeah, he's dropped a couple of spots after having such a good lead into turn 1.
So he missed that. Andrew Bruce went from first to third. Is on board with Morgan Dorr. Listen to this. In the first gear, Morgan Dorr. The old super sub on the run up the hill, trying to chase down the young fella, Corbin Winter, in the Snowy Rivers Mustang. Take the wide line. You see the hand there. Lots of left hand turn going in. Down the long back straight.
Gets a good run down the front straight. He's actually gapping Morgan Dorr, so...
Billy Rowley up to 4th. Sam Refit down to 5th. And Dallas Redhead. More work to do there for him in the Shell car. Down there in 7th place. There's the race leader, Corbin Winter, leading the way at the moment. Through the right-hander, up over the hill. On board with the young guys. We come down the hill. Just keep an eye on the gears. Down to 2nd through here.
Morgan Dorr
right on his tail now. The Liquid Molly Blast car, not too far away. Andrew Bruce trying to make up for lap 1. Up and over again.
Probably if he sets it up nice, not the next corner, but the hairpin after that will be where you want to make a move. Gets a run through here, this next corner, but too much inner curb.
Yeah, just had a wee flick of the old wheel there. There or thereabouts, though, as a hit back down the hill. So all 5 cars there in the shot. About all the runners. Look at all the land these guys are taking.
Right onto the straight.
Get a good run down the back straight. Pretty tidy from all these guys at present. Only 2 seconds between first and third. Early on in the race.
Andrew Bruce, the fastest lap that race round, so he's coming back. Maybe
going to be great stuff. Bit of a lock up there from Winter. Manages to keep it where he wanted it though.
Keeps it quite shallow, just stopping the opportunity to get an overlap. Morgan Dorr with it stepping out through there. He's going to be vulnerable to Andrew Bruce as they come down the hill.
He had a wee look, didn't he? So back down the hill. Down to about third through here. Winter's down to second.
Andrew Bruce is going to have a look up into this next corner. Oh!
Very defensive there, Morgan Dorr.
Very last minute move to shut the door on him.
He's looking in the mirrors, isn't he? Managed to keep Bruce in behind though.
This is just allowing...
Not too far off in the distance there, Billy Rowley. Either. He's only a second further back. Going to be a 4-car battle here shortly. For the Fast 7 for the month of February.
First round of the Supercar Challenge for the year.
That's right. See how much real estate they're taking there. Still the young fella out in front, Corbin Winter, still doing a great job.
Billy
Rowley down across the stripe again. 5 minutes 20 seconds left in the race.
Billy Rowdy's right on the back of Andrew Bruce as they come into turn 1.
Morgan Dorr looks way quicker through there. It's right on the back of Winter. Here's a wee dive down on the hairpin.
Corbin left the door.
Leaves the door open for him, Winter. And through he goes. Well, it's not over yet. Winter comes back at him. He's held to the inside line with a right-hander.
Just props him up mid-corner so he can't get the run out of it, but he runs it wide.
He gets out of the grass. It gets a wee bit out of shape. Gets a tank slapper going on under the side of him.
He straightened him up, though.
Helps straighten him up. And Morgan Dorr's going to lose a spot here as he is. Andrew Bruce going to... where's Andrew Bruce gone? Down to 5th.
He's going to readdress.
So that's a good move from Corbin Winter. Definitely into the side of Morgan Dorr. And to stop any bitching and moaning at the end of the race, to redress it is the right thing to do. So
that's it.
Down to second. Got Sam Reeford now coming up behind him in the Red Bull car. Sam was down to 5th. He's come up to 3rd. Billy Rowley's dropped out back another 3 seconds further off. So
Andrew Bruce must have been an incident at turn 1 because those two were touching bumpers going through turn 1 in the last lap. So
probably ended out in the weeds and then into that sand trap at the end of turn 1. Slow you down pretty quick. So Morgan Dorr now fastest lap of the race at 29.4. And Winter just 6 tenths in behind now. Billy Rowley 29.3 from 4th place. 3.5 minutes left on the clock.
Andrew Bruce, he said the fastest lap the previous lap round, so something must have happened between those two fast people going backwards. So
Dallas Redhead in the pits, so he's obviously in a bit of an issue. In fact, he's out of the car, sitting over here having another drink. So Morgan Dorr, pressure paid off down at turn 1. He ran wide, or turn 2 I should say, and Morgan Dorr up the inside. Bit of a coming together between the two of them, but the young chap did well on the redress without losing any more spots. We'll get a wee bit out of shape there, trying to get the power down nice and early.
Trying to use the inner curve to get the car turned this late part of the race and just Not having it completely balanced. Oh,
Taking it right out to the grass there. Corbin Winter. Sam Reeford. Only a second and a half back. The lights going in the Red Bull car. Morgan Dorr now 28.8. First 28 we've seen all night. Really got the head down, ass up as they say, but it's still only a second in front of Corbin Winter. Must just about be on identical times as they come round turn 2.
just looked over and seen Billy's car's got red bumpers, red doors, quite a bit of damage, so...
He had a big one off there somewhere. Still sitting in 4th place though.
All good points.
And Andrew Bruce and Blair Gabbardy's in behind him. Dallas Reedhead is out of the car, obviously too much damage.
Yeah, the good starting position for the next race though.
Well, do you though if you
don't finish?
If you don't finish. But I think you've got to finish to get that starting, so could be Gabbardy's off the front row.
Gabbardy's and Bruce again, so...
Yeah, trouble those two, that's for sure. So just on a minute left in the race. Come round for one more, no doubt. Oh, just fix the inside curb there. Winter ends out in the grass.
No.
Where is our 3rd place man? There he is. Goes through. Sam Reeford. They go through up to 2nd. Winter might lose another spot here by the time he gathers it back up.
Gonna have a slow run down the front straight too.
You know, he's going to hang on to that 3rd place. Billy Rowley a wee way back, sporting a fair bit of injury too, by the looks of it on the car. So Morgan Dorr out to 3 seconds now over Sam Reeford, who's comfortably got a 2-second gap back to Corbin Winter, who locks another break up, so the tyres just starting to go off.
Just use them a lot at the start and paying the price now.
That's right.
Just needs to hold on.
That right front tyre glows red, you're in the shit really. Pretty hard to try and cool it down. But staying 3rd at the moment, the young guy. Still nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. You got guys like Billy Rowley, Andrew Bruce, Dallas Reedhead in behind you. You're going not bad. Up over the hill.
Long championship too. There's obviously, there might be 8 rounds this year of different tracks around on the Supercars calendar.
The race leader shouldn't be too far away from coming back down onto the back straight for the last time. Morgan Dorr it is. Sam Reeford still hanging on to 2nd place. The race leader. Got the race leader there. Hamish should just about be coming down through for the race win.
Morgan Dorr.
There he goes. Morgan Dorr started 6th off the back of the grid and takes the race win. Sam Reeford 2nd, a good drive from him. Corbin Winter 3rd, and then it'll be Billy Rowley, Andrew Bruce, and Blair Gabbardy's a long way back there in the Monster Energy car. And Dallas Reedhead decided he needed to jump out. Congratulations, Morgan Dorr. What happens with the front row? We'll got to start off the back again.
The grid.
Probably off the back. Oh, it's
nice.
Second. So Blair Gabbardy's start P1. Dallas Reedhead will start P2. Andrew Bruce, Billy Rowley. The Morgan Dorr got a lot of work to do from behind there. A few fast gunners in behind him as the lights go out and away they go. Sydney Motorsport Park race 2 for the fast 8. The fast 7 I should say. Oh, into the wall. Who's that? That's the monster car again.
Billy Rowdy and
it's Blair Gabbardy's getting into all sorts of trouble there. Not too sure who that was with.
Blair Gabbardy's
we've got brake lockups all around the place. Dallas Reedhead there in the shell car. He's out in the weeds. Andrew Bruce. He gets a wee tap again. So that's Sam Reeford. Gets a helping hand round the corner.
The
into the back of Oh, and here comes Gibbon. He's just manages to feed his way through. So Sam Reeford in the...
This is the point of the night where we say that Billy Rowdy's the driving standards officer too.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm not going to say anything about it. Last time we did that, there was a protest. Bit hard to tell from that one, but nonetheless,
Corbin Winter all over the back of Billy.
Can't quite remember who it was with Ebenezer. Put him in the wall. Andrew Bruce at the end of the day, our race leader from Morgan Door, Billy Rowley up to third. Corbin Winter.
Morgan Door's done well from starting obviously further back and
Right from winning the race. I think he must have started off the back.
one lap he's already.
Down across the stripe for the first time. So we've got Bruce, Gore, Rowley and Winter. Four of the faster guys here tonight.
Is he going to make a dive into the turn 2 here, or is he going to... Yeah, he is.
Have a wee dive up the inside.
Sends it early.
Still no way through. Rowley comes across and cuts the nose off the front of the car. Rowley will know that if you got the door shut, she's a long way round the outside. On board with Winter now. Downhill, then uphill. Third gear. Stay right. Take a bit of curve on the inside here down to second gear, then short shift to third. Up and over the hill, fourth gear, down to second. Take a bit of that inside curve, but not too much. Back up over the hill, up to third gear. Bit of a dab on the brakes here. Try and get it turned in. It's a very long corner. Then down into the downhill hairpin. Down to second. Some guys will pick first. But Andrew Bruce leads the way in the Penrite car. From Morgan Door, Lickle Molly car. There's Rowley in the DeWalt colours.
These guys are catching up to them too. It's
on board with young Corbin. We head down the back straight. Case and Rowley, so under 3 seconds between the top 4 cars. Looking for a pretty good battle at the moment. Who can look after their right front the most is going to be the question. Don't go pushing too much early on in the race.
Corbin Winder just ran it a bit too wide through turn 1, so got a bit of a gap to Billy now as Billy's trying to catch up to Morgan Door and put the pressure on him and allow Andrew Bruce to kind of pull out into the lead. So
the Rowley's got a bit of redemption to make up for that race previous. Try and not damage the car too much. I think we are running like 50% damage tonight, so if you do put it in the wall or into a concrete barrier, you're really going to know about it in the steering wheel and under brakes. She'll shake like shit and have a bit of left or right hand down.
Right on the back.
Right in on the back of Morgan Door this time does Billy Rowley on the run down the hill. With a right-left combination. Out wide, take a lot of the outside of the track. Looks a bit quicker through this section, does Billy Rowley. Morgan Door gets good drive down onto the back straight though there from second place to come down to reel off another one. Just over 5 minutes left in the race. On board with Billy Rowley here. Morgan Door very patient there and staying off that ripple strip.
He's got to run. Does he put it up the inside or no? Thinks better of it.
Trying to put a bit of pressure there on Morgan Door. Lock the brakes up or something like that. Looking very racy indeed as they come over the top of the right hand hill. Bit of a dab on the brakes down a gear. Get around the corner. Throw it back the other way. Lots of ups and downs and we go again up to the top of the crest, downhill again. Bottom of the corner here. Oh, looking very racy indeed, Billy Rowley. But Morgan Door doing a good job positioning his car in the right spots. They come through that downhill left-hander. Hard on the brakes down to second. Maybe first gear as Rowley takes a lot of the inside curb. But Morgan Dorr just opened up enough of a nice wee gap there coming into the last couple of corners before the back straight.
Done a very good job to defend that lap from Billy, but they've also caught back up to Andrew Bruce. So
yeah, they're not mucking around, that's for sure. Shouldn't see fastest laps this time as they come down across the stripe. Andrew Bruce, Billy Rowley, 128.5. Quicker and quicker there from third place. Look how quick he is to the rear bumper of Morgan Dorr as they come down the braking zone. He might have a look up the inside this time, does Billy Rowley. If he can keep it there, and he has got it done. But Dorr might try the old up and under, but Rowley's got the job done. A good passing move there, Mitch, down the inside.
allows Andrew Bruce to pull out a 1.5 second lead. Probably not enough to. Still 3 minutes left to go.
On board with Billy Rowley. Taking plenty of tarmac out there. Downhill. Bottom of the corner again, about here, and then you start heading back up the hill again. Up over the blind brow. Car gets very light there mid-corner. Bit of a drop off. And down the rest of it. Morgan Dorr, what can he do now? He's lost another spot. Corbin Winters managed to get through on him too.
Not the best lap.
So, Winter up to third. Great stuff from these top guys. Blair Gabbity's down there in fifth place. He's got Sam Reeford all over the back of him. Then Dallas Redhead after that excursion on the first lap again. The old hand grenade. The old pin certainly come out.
2 laps left
blew up
now.
into the wall, that's for sure. The Morgan Dorr was running second there for quite a while. Just to outbrake himself into the back of Winter.
Winter shut the door real late in that. Manages to hold the spot.
This is on board with Morgan Dorr looking out the back, so not a veer back to Blair Gabbity's. This is on board with Andrew Bruce, our race leader. Sam Reeford there, not too far off the back of Gabbity's from the Monster Energy car. This is for the minor money back there in 5th and 6th. All on at the front.
There's
Andrew
a
Bruce.
long old night when you get turfed off at turn 1 of lap 1, so
Yeah, he's all over, that's for sure. Got the lights on full now. There's Morgan Dorr, Billy Rowley. Well, that's Morgan Dorr, in fact. In the Liquor Molly car. Chasing down Corbin Winter, trying to get another one of those back.
putting the pressure on him.
Minute left on the clock, so there'll be one more lap after this one. Come down and get the last lap board. First and second further down the track. Billy Rowley at 28.3.
Trying to go defensive. It's not really, turn 1's not really passing opportunity. It's to try and get the run into turn 2 through here. We're
going to
Corbin
try and
Winter
go
go
around the
defensive.
outside as he Morgan Dorr gets side by side with him, locks the rears up. Try and come back up the middle of him. Looks like he's got the job done. Bit of a touch between the two of them on crossover. Morgan Dorr gets that pass made, but here comes Winter back up the inside. Dorr goes out in the grass. Winter shoots back through. Great stuff from these two.
Oh, it doesn't get it turned in quite as nice.
No, he doesn't.
And
Allow Dorr to get back onto his bumper as they come through the left-hander on the run back up the hill. Still not over between these two. Andrew Bruce still out in front from Billy Rowley. And this battle continuing for third place at the moment between Corbin Winter and the Snowy River car. Morgan
Looks
Dorr
like
in the Liquid Molly car. They've traded places a couple of times. Back down into the downhill right-handed hairpin. And Morgan Dorr's right there though. He's going to try and keep the pressure on as the leader's coming around the last corner for the last time.
Yeah, they go through this complex. It'll be the run onto the front straight.
Billy Rowley, if we go back to the leaders, Hamish, he's going to be a pretty close finish, I think, by the looks of this. Down the front straight, Andrew Bruce is just going to hang on to the race win from Billy Rowley. And then Corbin Winter Young
hold
fella's
on.
going to take third from Morgan Dorr. And then we're going to be a wee way back to Blair Gabbardy's. Oh, getting out of shape, Blair Gabbardy's. That's going to allow Sam Reeford through up to fifth.
You got a second place in race 1, so
And Dallas Redhead, persistence pays off. He's going to gain a spot there up to sixth, and then Blair Gabbardy's in the end will come through in seventh. So great stuff, Andrew Bruce. Billy Rowley, Corbin at Winter, and Morgan Dorr. Top 4 guys, only a few seconds between them.
Stop.
Welcome back. Head into the second of the night monthly challenge, Mini Coopers. Tonight's race will be a 1 hour enduro consisting of Tier 3, Tier 2 and Tier 1 drivers. No set rules on who has to start and who has to jump in, so you may see a mix of different levels of drivers. We all head out for qualifying now. Practice beforehand. Tricky wee British circuit here. Being interesting to see what happens with who sets what time. Get out for a 3-minute qualifying session. Cars are sequential. All drivers can only do a stint of 22 minutes. Oh, get out. Everyone trying to see, you may only be able to get one real good time. Quite a tricky circuit consisting of fast and slow corners. Oh. through as they're all just trying to warm their tyres up and set themselves up. Bit of a jump through this part of the track, and then it's hard into a first gear corner. Get the first couple of drivers over the start finish line of their warm up lap. One good time, so you don't want to drop a wheel off and get your time disqualified. Obviously you'll be there for starting off the back. Very easy around this track. Big straight. Car stopped, brakes and tyres are a bit cold as Gabbities runs wide. Incur a track penalty, so he'll be off the back. Back half of the track, quite twisty through here. Back to first gear, left, right, and over a jump. Don't want to take too much in a curb. Go through here. Get the car stopped through here and get turned in for the hard 90-degree corner. Another right-hander, and it's halfway through here. You're flat out to start another lap. You won't get enough time to do that. A purple middle sector, but obviously running wide in the first lap. Be able to set a time. Go through, see who puts it on pole. Is able to set her times. Redhead Pateman West car will start on pole. Four lights, and we're away. Few people bumping into turn one. Let's see. Long race, just need to set into a rhythm. Everyone's managing to keep it on the track. Bit of a bombs into the corners. Oh, we got one car spinning. Andrew Bruce started towards the front. Bowls to the back. Pateman West car. West's in the car at the time, so they takes early lead. Gonna run defensive. Through this tight complex, very easy to miss your braking point and crack through here, so. Oh, that's probably not what you need to do. Latu in the car there. Oh. Gabriels runs it wide. The lead. Oh, good move. Turn one, but he runs it too deep. We'll fall back a couple of spots. More of a race of survival at the moment. See who can onto it. Look at Blair Gabbard. He's his way through after he's making the pass, back up, moving into third position. Oh, both cars. No one really running away with it in the first half of this race. Gabbardy's, after going off the track in the first lap, moves into second place. Flat 6 gear through this corner and then back down a gear. You run it too fast through this corner, you end up running it wide on the exit. A couple of different lines been taken. But he's just all under attack. He'll lose a spot here. Oh, he's locked the rears. Hold him off. West still in the lead. Yeah, but he's now trying to catch up. He's going to have a crack, see what he can do. No one's really been successful to have a go at trying to take the lead of West. Well, West runs wide. Big. Open for a pass. He looks to try and come back. No real way through here. They look left and right, hard on the brakes. Oh. Couple of cars running wide. Oh. Lancaster looking up. Trying to have a run up the inside, see what he can do into turn one if he's got a better run. Gabbardy makes a pass into turn one. He's going to hold the lead. Heads down now and start pulling away a wee distance. So first two drivers, tier 1 drivers, are on third. Lancaster, tier 3 driver. Gabbardy's pulling out a 1 second lead in front. Minutes for the first stint for the guys out front, and you'll see them all come in and come into the pit lane and do a driver change. Oh, West gets some air through. Manages to stop it for the next corner as we have a Tim Horn running it a bit wide through. He's with the fastest lap of the race, a 1:34.3. 2 seconds now. Lead. Change for 3rd place. Lancaster falling back. Bruce, early race leader. Trying to make his way back up through the field. Everyone just settling down now with a bit of room. .4-second lead now. The Gabbity's in the lead. No tyres or fuel for this race, so that looking after them early will help the driver in the last stint. We see wheels being locked. Could be a battle up here for 2nd place. Battle for 2nd place. Driver. Car all over the back of West. Goes defensive. Holding them up a wee bit. Onto this as long as he can. Come up to a good braking opportunity. West thinks better of it. Blocks up the inside. Get the slower run out of the corner. Nowhere really to go through here. Slow down. It's a bit tight wee corner here. If you overshoot it, leaves you held vulnerable for the run out of it. You run up through the hilly section. Flipping apexes through here and trying not to do that. Get the car on 2 wheels. Is defensive, gets a slow run out of the corner, does West. There we go, run onto the front straight. Bit of a defensive driving here, hopefully they don't touch. Bit of, oh, as they come together. Holds on to it. See what he can do. Into the straight. We get a bit of a run. Throw it to the inside. He goes his nose. Better of it. Bit of pace. Pace from the Rally MacGyver car in 3rd. He gets the nose up the inside. Gets the overlap. Will he be able to hold it? He won't have the next corner. Oh. Overlap. Run out of the left-hander. Won't get the run through here. Real passing opportunity. Like I say, unless you run wide, he does. Holds him up. He'll get the run out of the corner. He'll make the spot. On West through here. Needs to hold it. This has allowed Andrew Bruce to catch up. Oh, he runs wide coming out of the corner, so he's going to be vulnerable. Corner through here and then a run down the front straight, but West runs it a bit wide. Rally MacGyver asks him to get the run. Now Andrew Bruce is coming on the back of West. next two drivers. Everyone's sorting out, trying to see what they can do. Who's going to jump in next? Game plan. Just to shoot into the pits, so there's going to be no tyres or fuel. Second lead out in the front for bigger Gabbities. The battle for third. West now going to start coming under pressure by Andrew Bruce. About 10 minutes away from the driver change point. Quite a tight and narrow pit lane, so that could also lead into a bit. The battle for third. Andrew Bruce, he has a look. Thinks better of it. Blow it down, try and get a run out of the corner up to the next left-hander. Pulls back a wee bit. Differential shifted here, so no paddle shifts. You gotta take your hand off the wheel through this part, it's quite hard. As West runs it wide, Andrew's gonna have a look up the inside into this last corner. They bump panels. Not over yet though. Bruce is might be vulnerable into turn one. They pull out and they cross from side to side. Pull away in the orange car in front. They can lead. West has a go. He hits the back of him. Back on track. Bruce just makes it on track and let just run away. Off a bit of a lead. Look further back. Lancaster. Tim Horn. Lancaster in front. Sub-in driver for the night. He gets a go back to the battle for third. West just runs it over the ripple strips too much and runs the exit. Bruce doesn't seem to pull away that far before he gets reeled back in. West runs it wide and off the track. Gonna be vulnerable now to these two behind, Tim Horn and Paul Lancaster. Tim Horn comes into the pits with the first driver change. Quite a tight pit entry, so he'll come in. Oh. Yes, time can be lost, being that there's no tyres or fuel, so it's because you can get in the seat and go. And he's back out. Back to the West car. Just running around now. Back into a rhythm. spot, only 4 seconds behind Andrew Bruce. Bruce Tier 1 driver, West Tier 3 driver. Doing a pretty good job there to stay with them. I think the only Lancaster, 2 Tier 3 drivers starting the race. Bit of a breather from out. Just round to pit stops pretty soon. 5 minutes away. See, it's just starting to get into a rhythm. Jump out and drivers. Bruce Carr is his driver, just trying to chip back up to the leader pack, make it easier for the team when they cross over. People getting ready now to jump into the car. First pit stops. So one of the 2 drop nations comes in. Andrew Bruce jumps out. And jumps in. Goes out of the pits. So 2 driver change is done so far. Like a few more driver change. A few people getting ready. Seconds even lead. Yeah, but he's out. Bit of time this lap. My big back to the West car as he comes into the pit. Be a driver change here. Tier 2 driver jumping in. Minutes in the car, so we should see in the next minute or so the car's coming in. There are more cars coming in. progressed a car up into third as we get another car leaving the pits. The door Kinder car. Coming around to lap them. You can do. Try and pull out a gap, I'd say. Car number 1 will be in the pits this next lap round as Billy jumps out of the car. Cars are set 1, Gabbity's leader car coming around now. Oh. Have a few words from the car in the back getting lapped. In the way of the leader.
Right, so the first stint pretty much out of the way. The second drivers are in. Someone out in the dirt there. I think that might have been pretty tight on the points there. Morgan Daw leads the way in the Supercars Championship 2026 after round 1. But now race tonight, thanks to the South Canterbury Tyre Centre there for sponsoring the timesheet. Hamilton's back, looks like he's going to be in for the last stint.
Yeah, I'll try and leave it as long as possible and try and figure out how to do this.
He's having a big off there. It's the Gabbity's beams. It's your car.
Yeah.
Actually, so who's behind the wheel of that? Paul Beams, is it?
Paul Beams, yeah, he's going to jump in for the second stint, so I'll hopefully bring it home. Hopefully we have tyres, hopefully we have brakes, and see what happens. How'd you find that? Was that?
Oh, quite fun cars to drive, but soon to be on the track by yourself, obviously, if you're trying to set your fastest time. Still way off the 34 I done through the month.
Your car running wide.
Too sure who else started the race, but
I think it was a good mix of Tier 1 and Tier 3. So.
Following Big Bill round for a while, Billy Rowley, till a couple of moments. Who's that? That's the Gabbity's Beams Hamilton car again, out in the dirt.
It was the fastest.
That's the Lister Horn King car, I should say. We sign written mini, in fact most of them are unsigned written. Vortex car, that's the Door Kinder Latu car. Too sure who's behind the wheel of that. Looks like it's Kinder, Scotty Kinder. A lot of work to do back there in 7th place. This is a tricky wee section here, Mitch, the left and the right. Yeah, way up the hill.
Few moments in those first stints, we seen a few moments there of people losing position, just running it a bit too deep into some of these corners, and a bit like that.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to brake and you put a couple of left wheels out in that grass, get a real good lock-up going on. Here's the Lister Horn King car from the 4th place. At the moment it's the Gabbity's Beams Hamilton entry out in front at the moment from 20 seconds over the Rowley McIver Kernahan car. Head Pateman West. It's the Door Kinder Latu car there.
Just like that, just running a bit too deep into the first point, and you just, makes it hard for the second turn in. So.
Weight transfer hasn't quite come across there. Thing that we're looking at at the moment, but
gonna have Corbin Winter right on the back of him pretty shortly. easy enough getting to someone, but there's not very many passing opportunities around here unless the guy in front makes a mistake. Either Kinder car.
The rear of the pack, number 97.
Just trying to make his way back up through. He got lapped there before at one point, so.
Young Corbin Winter just taking to the grass there on the cream coloured Mini there. He is tucked in behind Mr. Horn King car. Oh, and he's had a moment himself.
Easy to pile the pressure on when you get one corner wrong and try and make it up in the next corner, but very one-way traffic. You can only go so fast through those corners.
That's right. They're not the fastest thing in the world. They do like locking the brakes up, so you've got to be careful.
Interesting to see. Obviously, no fuel or tyres at the pit stop, so it'll be interesting to see towards the end of the race what the tyres are like.
Felt like that, but into my reset when you come into the pit stop. The lead car there, the Gabbity's Hamilton car, 3-second lead at the moment.
Not a bad lead. He's starting to pull it out too, so up 4 seconds.
Billy McCoy car. It's Redhead Pateman West all over the back of the Rowley McIver Kernahan car. This is a battle for second and third. You see the fourth place car not too far behind. Oh, and this could be a change for third here. Oh, a bit of a touch on the side there. It was from a Redhead Pateman West car.
This is allowing the Tim Horn.
Michael Pateman it is behind the wheel at the moment in third place in the yellow car. And now he's got the Lister Horn King car tucked right in behind. This is for second, third and fourth.
Oh, he gets a bad run onto the front straight. Gonna hold them all up.
And tucked in the back there, you can see Corbin Winter starting to catch up to these three. So 27 seconds the gap, first to second, and then these three cars having a good go amongst themselves. So what's the Rowley McIver Kernahan car? Who's that going wide? The Lister Horn King car, so that allows Corbin Winter through up to fourth place.
He'll join the battle of trying to fight for second.
Looking good out in front for the Gabbity's Beams Hamilton.
No.
Who's that? Went out in the grass. It was Rowley McIver Kernahan car.
Second place.
The Redhead Michael Pateman behind the wheel in the yellow car. Nice wee tidy line through there. Here comes Corbin Winter now. Getting side by side with the car of Rowley McIver Kernahan.
Tries to get the run up to this next left-hander.
Pretty racy from him behind there, putting the pressure on. This is for third place. Oh, who's that?
Another
That's
car on the wall.
Kindelatu car. I think that's Scotty Kinder having the moment there behind the wheel. Battle continuing here for third and fourth.
They're all over the back, just trying to find his way through.
Keeping the pressure on young Corbin.
Corbin's going to have a bit of a better run.
Now. He's going to have a bit of a run, perhaps. Very fast corner, this corner at the end of the... oh, who's that coming in? That's a Lister Horn King
That was
car.
a quick entry. The Tim Horn car. Tim Horn's jumping back in.
Here goes Corbin Winter up the inside, goes up to third. Rowley McIver Kernahan. Mr. Horn King car coming back out of the pits. I think it's just got the two drivers.
I think the Bruce car and Hammond are down to a two driver car too. So.
Right. Still that healthy lead for the Gabbity's Beams Hamilton team. 27 seconds the gap. Here's the Andrew Bruce Refit Hammond car.
So they'll be coming in this lap, being a 2-driver car now, to change over and put Brucey back in.
So can Corbin Winter catch on to the back of Michael Pateman? Challenge for second place car there, and just in the background there you'll see coming through the SS2 is young Corbin. Here in third place, Hamish Brader will finish off the driving for that team. Ellie McIver Kernahan car sitting fourth at the moment, the wee Aqua Mini out on its own. Got a big gap back to the Bruce Refit Hammond car. Getting a couple of wheels out in the grass there.
Pateman just pulling back quite a few seconds now on the lead, so just a bit of clear air, not battling anyone. Able to set some good times.
Winter not really making any impression as yet on Michael Pateman. There's Pateman there on the screen. A relatively tidy night tonight, Michael Pateman.
We're about nine odd minutes away from another driver change for the 3-driver pairing.
Mitch Hamilton, you'll jump in for the last stint.
Yeah, try and bring it home. No pressure at all.
No, 24-second lead though. Pretty sharp at the moment.
Can't say this was the most confident laps I did during the month when I shot down here on a Thursday night. But we'll see how we go. It's always hard when you can put a Tier 1 driver in at the start, so every lap you've got the best time to beat, and it's
right.
A few seconds off it by the time you get to turn 3 is a bit demoralising, but anyway, it's something to aim towards.
So Corbin Winter slowly catching. He's just over a second now behind Michael Pateman in catching. Battle for 5th and 6th. Very tricky wee track here. And into the pits comes the refit Bruce Hammond car.
Brucey jumping back in.
And it gets out of the seat. Andrew Bruce jumping back in.
Getting tighter for this battle for second place. Winter just runs a bit wide.
Lost him a wee bit. Coming for another pit stop. Come back out in 6th. He must have been a magic first sector there for Blair Gabbard. First session there for Blair Gabbard. He's handing it over 20 seconds. Oh, a wee bit of bump and run going on there. It's the
bit of Morse code on the back.
Car. Getting a bit of a hurry up there from the Lister Horn King car. Andrew Bruce finished second for the month of January. 1:33.7. His best time. Very tough through this uphill left and right. Back uphill again. Cadwell Park, full circuit at Lincolnshire, Britain. Got a number of tracks over there in England, haven't they? They've got all sorts of wee
health and safety nightmare to try and say, yeah, we want to put a corner on this hill as it goes downhill into a 90 degree. Probably wouldn't see many tracks getting built like that these days, but you get the nice old ones like this.
Paul Beam's out in the front at the moment, doing a good job. 22 seconds the gap. Was it 27 at one point? So lost a few seconds, but still got plenty in the bank. Back to Michael Pateman, and then it's young Corbin Winter. 1.5 seconds back to him. Bit of track info, 3.6 kilometres long. 25 metres is the Slight difference around the track from lowest point to the highest point. And here is second place man, Michael Pateman. He wins the race. Fill that gap around 1.1, and here goes the cream car there at Corbin Winter. Oh, who's that's lost a couple of wheels? That's the McIver Kernahan car.
Wheels are off
the
it.
side.
Back to the pits.
It looks like Winters had a moment there too, is he? Oh no, he's back up to third. So just
I think he
got
just
under
jumped forward and
under a second now. So not often you've seen a couple of wheels come off one of the cars here. I know Corbin Sprague lost a couple of wheels off the RX-8 here at the Wellington Street race a couple last year, I think that was. And in actual fact, the car went on fire, didn't it? If you
yes.
remember rightly, it spilled oil all over the street and went on fire, and cost him a lap for the reset.
There's a battle for second place now. He's caught back up
Yeah, young
Corbin
Corbin
West.
right on the back of him now.
from Winter, sorry.
One thing catching him, but you got to get through.
Especially around here, it's
Have a wee look down the inside, but everyone's braking sort of around the same mark through there. The downhill left-handed corner.
want to try and put the pressure up through here to the next left hand and make them trying to run a bit wide.
Yeah, run them out in the grass. He's out of
Like
shape
that.
here.
Just like that.
Yeah, you should
He
have
gets
him
the run up the inside.
Up to second place now for Corbin Winter. A good wee drive. Could be 3 minutes away from Hamish Brader hopping in. Whoever Hamish is.
Still behind the counter.
Over 20 seconds, still the lead for Corbin Winter. Hamish Brader's going to have his work cut out. Try and make 20 seconds up in 20 minutes. Minutes left in the race. Blair Gabbity's with a real pearler first session. First stint, handed over the 20-second lead. Corbin Winters managed to fight back from 5th place up to 2nd. Oh, Andrew Bruce, Reford, Hammond sitting there in 5th place. As we 6-speed sequential Mini Cooper S's. Not too far away from it. The next round of pit stops going to happen. Not too sure who we see step in for the last stint.
We're running quite tight on fuel, so I think we're just turning on fuel for the last.
So apparently the old mini zone is economical is what they think they are. And they're gonna, the last driver's going to have to come in and do a top up before they get to the line. Just under 22 minutes left. And all of a sudden it is Corbin Winter 6.7 seconds behind. There'll be a few driver changes coming up in a minute. Corbin Winter having a great middle stint, getting the team up to 2nd. Mitch Hamilton's under a wee bit more pressure now. 5.8 seconds the gap first to 2nd. So Beams must have had a real moment there in the last lap or two. He's lost 15 seconds. Then it's Corbin Winter who's coming very shortly. Hamish Brader will jump in. That gap coming down all the time, 4.3 seconds. Mitch Hamilton ready to jump in to the Beams car. Here it comes now. And here comes Winter in as well. So first and second cars both in. So Paul Beams out, Mitch Hamilton in, and the lead got a lead change going on there in the pits. Hamish Brader comes out in the lead from Mitch Hamilton. Someone's having a bit of a bitch and moan over there. I think that might be the old well man from Borneo letting out a few fuck bombs going on. Someone getting in his way. Fastest lap of the race is from Andrew Bruce, 1 minute 33.89 from fourth place. A bit of work to catch up, but out in front it's the Winter Raider Lancaster car. 3 seconds the gap back to Mitch Hamilton, who was staring at a 20-second lead there a couple of laps ago, but Paul Beams must have had a moment and lost 15 odd seconds. So 19 seconds left, 19 minutes left in the race. Dallas Redhead in the seat in fourth place, and Mitch Hamilton in, and Andrew Bruce. Who else have we got in the seat there? Hamish Brader, Tim Horns in there as well, sitting there in third place. So Michael Pateman out of the car, had a nice solid middle stint. There goes the Gavity's Beams Hamilton car, Mitch Hamilton behind the wheel of that. And Hamish Brader it is. Leads across the line. Just under 3 seconds. Look at this gap going on a wee bit further back. This is the Redhead Pateman West car. It's got Andrew Bruce tucked in behind that, and that muddy looking Mini. You come up the hill, very fast left-hander here, keep going around, up over the hill. Andrew Bruce all over the back of him as they head up across the top of the rise. Another straight at the top of here. He matched for speed though. Here he has a wee look up the inside. Andrew Bruce locks it up, goes into the side of Dallas Redhead. A couple of redheads having a bit of a ding-dong battle together there. The old wild man from Borneo, Dallas Redhead. Got a beard down to his nipples. And he's in that car there, the yellow and black one. Andrew Bruce tucked in behind. Dallas Redhead ended up 5th fastest for the month of February. And he's tucked in behind Andrew Bruce, who was 2nd quickest. Quickest overall for last month was Billy Rowley, a 1:33.6. Brader slowly getting reeled in, down to 1.5 seconds is the gap. This battle's still continuing between these two clowns. Andrew Bruce and Redhead in the yellow car. See if he succumbs to pressure from Andrew Bruce. A couple of long time Bellwarts here at HOSS. 16 minutes left to go, and these last drivers. Oh, there's the Mitch Hamilton. Oh, that's the 2 leaders off. Mitch Hamilton, Hamish Brader. So not too sure whether Mitch has run into him, pushed him off. No redress going on. So it looks like that's a passing move for the lead from Mitch in the orange Mini. These two still going hammer and tongs. Still Redhead gets out in the grass. This is Andrew Bruce's chance. and goes through up to that fourth place in the braking zone. So it's a Mitch Hamilton now by just over a second from Hamish Brader. Very tight wee section down through here. And the downhill run. A couple of funny wee right hand bends there. It's like we can't get flat out down across the start finish line. You can keep it tapped out in 6th gear going up the hill. Oh, so who's that we got coming in? That's someone coming in for fuel. The Lister Horn King car is in. Tim Horn out, Mark Lister in. Frantic action going on. The pit stops. Someone going in reverse there. That's Andrew Bruce. There's a really cooked up the pit stop on there, I think, Andrew Bruce. Here he goes again. There's Hamish Brader, 2.5 the gap first to second. And another 8 seconds back to Dallas Redhead in 3rd place. So Mitch Hamilton out in front, still a 2.5. He's in the orange car. We're still going to have to see a few of these guys come in for a splash and dash. There's Paul Hammond back behind the wheel. Get Scotty Kinder at the moment in the number 97. Down there in 6th place. Taken to the grass again. Quite a few. Most cars have been out the grass in one way, shape or form. So still only 2 seconds between first and second. After about 47 minutes of racing, it's not too bad. The pit time there for the Bruce Hammond car, 32 seconds. Oh, who's that? That's Hammond out in the dirt. Manages to straighten it up. But getting all out of shape there. And who's that? That's Dallas Redhead. Starting to wind himself up a wee bit, Dallas Redhead. 9 seconds further back from Hamish Brader. Brader trying hard. He's 3.5 seconds now, so he's lost a couple of seconds in that last lap. Oh, who's this? Brake lock up there. I think that was Rally McIver Kernahan car getting a wee bit out of shape. Well, it goes again. Wee Aqua Mini. Here's our race leader, Mitch Hamilton, looking pretty composed at the moment. 3.3 seconds is the gap. Still only a spin away from or an excursion off to the grass away from Hamish Brader. Around about 4 seconds behind now, then another 8 seconds back to 3rd place car. So we've got Redhead coming into the pits now. Stop for a splash and dash. And that was a good pit stop. 11.5 seconds as opposed to Andrew Bruce, Paul Hammond's 32 seconds. A good pit stop from Dallas Redhead. Back there in 4th place now. A couple of seconds behind the Lister Horn car, which I think might have to stop again. 11 minutes left in the race. Still Mitch Hamilton out in front, 6 seconds now, the gap back to Hamish Brader, so he's starting to pull away a wee bit. there's Dallas Redhead. That he's only a couple of seconds behind the Lister Horn car. Mark Lister behind the wheel. There are a couple of teams here that have just got the two drivers, and that would be the Lister Horn entry sitting there in third place at the moment, and Andrew Bruce and Paul Hammond in fifth. So they've had to split their strategy a wee bit. A bit of air being gathered there by the first couple of cars. Down the hill again, round through the two wee right-handers for Redhead. Trying to chase down Mark Lister. But Mitch Hamilton just slowly opening that lead up a wee bit every time. Oh, he's out in the grass. Is Mitch Hamilton going to lose 2 or 3 seconds there for sure. Brader might have had a moment himself because hasn't really gained much at all. In fact, around about a second as he gained out of that. There's still 7 seconds first to second, then another 9 seconds back to third place. Tim Horn just getting all horned up about that one. Looking for a podium finish. Mark Lister behind the wheel. Going to bring it home with 9 minutes left to go. Really only probably about 6 laps left. Who's that out in the dirt? I think that's Mark Lister trying to hang on to that last podium spot. Dallas Redhead will have different ideas about that in the wee yellow and black Mini as they come up the hill. Very tight wee section through there, up and over the brow. Cadwell Park. People get some air over the top of here. Oh, just getting a couple of wheels out in the dirt there. Just starting to look in the mirrors a wee bit now as he's got Redhead putting the pressure on. I think he's got better drive down onto the front straight this time as Redhead. Now Lister going defensive. He's got that inside move. Here goes Redhead trying to go around the outside, and he'll get the job done. Up to third place for Redhead Pateman West team. 8 minutes left on the clock. They've got another 8 odd seconds further up the track to try and chase down Hamish Brader. We are on the full circuit here at Cadwell Motorsport Park, Lincolnshire, England. Mitch Hamilton, 8 seconds. Oh, who's that? That's Lister going backwards. A great rate of knots. Pretty safe though, back to Andrew Bruce. Paul Hammond. Time there. 7 minutes left on the clock. 9 seconds now the gap. Looking pretty unstoppable. Mitch Hamilton. Redhead Payment and West hanging on to that third spot. Much Brady can do from second. He's now 9 seconds further back. Really needs Mitchell to have a big one. Through the left, right, left, over the brow of the hill. See a lot of sparks coming off the bottom of the car as it bottoms out. Like a double right-handed downhill section. Another down to second gear corner through here. Up and around. 13 seconds the gap. First to second. 6 minutes left. That's the Dorkin Delatu car. Seconds now the gap first to second. Just looking at Mitch Hamilton to all the telemetry's looking pretty good. The tyres are looking pretty shit hot. There he is there. The orange Mini come down with 5.5 minutes left to go. Be a few of them need a splash and dash here. There'll be some fuel lights starting to come on, and a couple of them haven't pitted. Clear Gabbities. Put them in a good position in that first stint. Handed over the 20 seconds to Paul Beams. He got through quite nicely. Handed over to Mitch Hamilton with about 6 seconds up their sleeve. Slowly eked it out a wee bit further. Sitting on 16.5 seconds now, the gap first to second. 6 seconds back to Dallas Redhead. There he is there. Power Max written on the car, and that's pretty much what they are. He maxed out the whole way around. Might get a wee bit of air there as they come over the hill. Wee bit wide there too. Mark Lister in fourth at the moment. Seconds back from Redhead. Really a lot of work to do for those guys, but only 4 minutes left to go, so down to the last 2 or 3 laps. Race leader now 24 seconds out in front. Coming back down 15 seconds. For a bit of a splash and dash to go on the last lap. If at all what's going to happen. Can't see any fuel lights coming on as yet. 3 minutes left to go. Hate to run out of gas with only a couple of laps left to go, that's for sure. Some guys further down have made their last pit stop. I think Hamilton, Brader and perhaps Redhead have. Maybe Redhead has. So the gap with 2 minutes 30 left on the clock, 20 seconds for Mitch Hamilton. Now we got Redhead all over the back of Hamish Brader. This is for second place with a couple of laps left to go. Oh, who's that? That's the Rally McIver Kernahan car once again. She's been in the wars, a few spins. Oh, and into the fence too. Had a couple of wheels off it, bit of panel damage on the side. But the battle's going on for second and third at the moment. And in fact, Redhead's managed to get through on Hamish Brader. So Brader now down to third. That's right. Let's hope the Redhead's still got the old pin plugged in there as we see him lock a bit of a break up. Minute 30 left on the clock, so guaranteed one more lap after this one. Don't know if there's any people getting low on fuel or not, but I think there's a couple of teams that haven't been in yet. Oh, who was that? Brader out braking himself. Trying to get through on Redhead. In fact, he's lost a couple of seconds, out to 3 seconds. Andrew Bruce trying hard from 5th. So there's Redhead there. No chance of him catching the leader, but he's going to hang on to second place with under a minute left on the clock. See, anyone's going to start running out of gas. We're fuel just short of the hour. Down to 30 seconds left, so it'll be one more lap for the race leader. He's still halfway around the lap at the moment, so this could very much be the last lap. Redhead hanging on to second by 5 seconds. Back to Hamish Brader. Mitch Hamilton's still looking pretty racy. Not really too worried about the fuel side of things. The leader is on the final lap. He's coming downhill, our race leader. That's the battle there for, there's the Kindalatu car. Down there in 6th place. And Mitch Hamilton, not too far away now, just coming up the top of the end of the track. There he is there, coming down through the right, left, right combination. Get a wee bit of air there, hard on the brakes, and down to first or second. And he's going to come down and take the race win for Mitch Hamilton, Blair Gabbities and Paul Beams. Going to come down across the line and take a race win for the hour race in the minis. Great stuff there from that team. They started 7th and come through for the race win. Here comes second car, Dallas Redhead, Pateman and West. Come through in second place, 17 seconds back. Great stuff from those guys. And then we go back to Hamish Brader and a Corbin Winter. Paul Lancaster will take 3rd. 4th place will be Lister Horn King. Bruce Reeford Hammond. And then the Dora Kindalatu car, and I'd say Rowley Mackay Kernahan's going to end up a lap down after all of that. So that's the way that they're going to finish. Last car through, what comes there? So we've still got 2 cars out there. So great stuff. Congratulations, Blair Gabbities, Paul Beams and Mitch Hamilton. Sterling drive towards the end. In fact, 3 good stints throughout from all 3 drivers. Redhead, Pateman and West finishing just under 14 seconds further back. Then Corbin Winter, Hamish Brader finishing 3rd there, just 6.5 seconds further back, so not too bad. And that's the way they will end. So that's good stuff for the month of February, racing down here at HOSS. We've got leaderboards underway at the moment to get down and get a lap in, and it could be you down here next month racing off in the Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. So I'm Paul Lancaster. We will catch you next month.